Welcome to BBC Radio Lancashire's The Spinners at Christmas. How else could we start this concert? Ladies and gentlemen, Mick Groves to introduce The Spinners.
Rye bread and brandy, oh, on a summer's morning, oh. If I had no one to choose, I'd choose my handsome Hughie, oh. 8 cheers for Hughie, oh, on a summer's morning, oh. If we had no one to choose, we'd choose our lanky Cliffy, oh. Cheers to Cliffy, oh, on a summer's morning, oh. If we had no one to choose, we'd choose our tiny Tony, oh. Cheers to Tony, oh, on a summer's morning, oh. Now we've no one left to choose, we'd like to sing some songs for you.
Under a sycamore tree, a sycamore tree, a sycamore tree. I looked me out upon the sea on Christmas Day in the morning. I saw 3 ships a-sailing there,
a-sailing there, a-sailing there.
The Virgin Mary and Christ they bear
on Christmas Day in the morning.
And he did whistle and she did sing,
and he did whistle and she did sing. And all the bells on earth did ring on Christmas Day in the morning. So now we've come to taste your cheer, to taste your cheer, to taste your cheer, and wish you all a happy new year on Christmas Day in the morning.
Sing out, shout for joy, Mary has a little baby boy, had a little baby boy. Sing out, all draw near, Christ the Saviour is here.
When Mary and Joseph came to Bethlehem, there was no place there to shelter them. They couldn't find a room in the inn there at all, and so they settled for the cattle stall. So sing out, shout with joy, Mary had a little baby boy. Sing out, all draw near, Christ the Saviour is here. While shepherds watched their flocks at night, they all saw such a wonderful sight. An angel appeared and said to them, you'll find a new king in Bethlehem. So sing out, shout with joy, Mary had a little baby boy. Sing out, all draw near, Christ the Saviour is here. There were 3 wise men from a far-off land who saw a star came close to hand. They followed that star as it moved to the west and found a baby where it came to rest. So sing out, shout with joy, Mary had a little baby boy. Sing out, all draw near, Christ the Saviour is here. When you're drinking all night at your Christmas ball, he didn't come here for that at all. He came down from heaven to set us free from all our sins for eternity. So sing out, shout with joy, Mary had a little baby boy. Sing out, all draw near, Christ the Saviour is here. Yes, sing out, sing out, shout with joy, Mary had a little baby boy. Sing out, all draw near, Christ the Saviour is here.
Hello, I'm Jan Lardner, and I hope that you're really enjoying this Spinners at Christmas concert, being brought to you by BBC Radio Lancashire. It's been my good fortune to be a close friend of the Spinners for over 35 years, and one of the most frequently asked questions, what are the lads doing these days? Well, I've made some phone calls and visits and asked each of them to tell you what they've been doing since they stopped touring.
Hi folks, Mick Groves here. I'm relocated from Merseyside down to sunny Devon. where it has been raining for the last few days, and I'm very happy here to re-emerge into what is the folk scene or the music scene nowadays, in that I'm getting my act together, and after 12 years of politics I'm going back into music, or trying to get back into music, and I thought the best thing to do about that would be to record the songs I did for that fellow journeyman concert when we unveiled the plaque for Ewan McCall in Salford, and I did 2 years later at Sidmouth Festival, and to record a CD of largely of the Ewan McCall songs, but I think there's a couple of traditional songs on it, but it's largely Ewan's songs that make the bone of that concert, and try and get a release on one of the folk labels, preferably Topping, but I've not approached anybody yet. But I've recorded it with Phil Beer from Show of Hands. I've done some extra instrumental and vocal stuff on it, along with some other local musicians. And we're very pleased with the way it's worked out at the moment, doing like final mixes and stuff. And hopefully I'll have that little CD in my hands by the turn of the year, and I'll start trying to get it on a label and promoted.
Mick Groves, allowing us to catch up with what he's doing these days. Let's listen to Mick for a moment, as many of us remember him. Appropriate song for the time of the year? Mary's Boy Child.
Long time ago in Bethlehem, so the Holy Bible say, Mary's boy child, Jesus Christ, was born on Christmas Day. Hark now, hear the angels sing, a new king born today, and man will live forevermore because of Christmas Day. Trumpets sound and angels sing, listen to what they say, that man will live forevermore because of Christmas Day. While shepherds watched their flocks by night, they saw a bright new shining star. They heard a choir sing in the night, the music came from afar. How Joseph and his wife Mary came to Bethlehem that night. They found no place to birth the child, not a single room was in sight. Hark now, hear the angels sing, a new king born today, and man will live forevermore because of Christmas Day. Trumpets sound and angels sing, listen to what they say, that man will live forevermore because of Christmas Day. By and by they found a nook in a stable all forlorn, and in a manger cold and dark, Mary's boy child was born. Long time ago in Bethlehem, so the Holy Bible say, Mary's boy child, Jesus Christ, was born on Christmas Day. Hark now, hear the angels sing, a new king born today, and man will live forevermore because of Christmas Day. Trumpets sound and angels sing, listen to what they say, that man will live forevermore because of Christmas Day. Caput apride ferro, redens laudes Domino. Caput apride ferro, redens laudes Domino.
The boar's head in hand bear I, bedecked with bays and rosemary, and I pray you, my masters, be merry. Quod estis in convivio.
Caput apride ferro, redens laudes Domino. Caput apride ferro, redens laudes Domino.
The boar's head, as I understand, is the rarest dish in all the land. When thus bedecked with a gay garland, let us servire cantico.
Caput apride ferro, redens laudes Domino. Caput apride ferro, redens laudes Domino.
Our steward hath provided this in honor of the King of Bliss, which on this day to be served is in reginensis atrio.
Caput apride ferro, redens laudes Domino. Caput apride ferro, redens laudes Domino.
The Boar's Head Carol. Again, the Spinners were very good at teaching us a little bit about a medieval Christmas. But again, it's time to come back up to date. Let's listen to what Hughie told me the other day.
Christmas for me, and when you're coming to the end of the year, it's a time for looking back. And I think of 3 years ago when I was very ill in America and I had an operation, a cancer operation. And I'm pleased to say 3 years later I'm fit and well. And in fact, I've just returned from the hospital in New England that saved my life, a terrific place in Natick, Massachusetts. And I did a concert for the doctors and the nurses who looked after me so well for those 3 weeks over there. So that's my Christmas wish, that all the people who are not feeling too good will get well soon.
I'm your Christmas time, a job man, one of a happy band. If you need some help this Christmas, call for I'm your man. I've helped with the lights in Oxford Street, shoveled up the snow, delivered cards to Greenland when I worked for the GPO. Well, I can bake a Christmas cake, I cook with herbs and spices. For girls and boys there's TV toys at fancy rip-off prices. I've been Peter Pan in pantomime, I really was a flyer. I was doing all right with Wendy till somebody pulled me wire. Like a bat out of hell, I passed Tinkerbell, cursing J.M. Barrie. Then the captain in a book gave me one with his hook. Now I don't think I'll ever marry. I'm your Christmas time odd job man, one of a happy band. If you need some help this Christmas, call for I'm your man. The very worst job I ever had was the nudist annual ball, being there for the Christmas in a famous London hall, to give out prizes of various sizes. I hoped that I could make it. It was really weird, because apart from my beard I was absolutely naked. They put me in a quiet room, sure I'd not get harassed. You've naught to fear, we're all nudists here, so you need not get embarrassed. Well, came the time, I left out fine, my confidence much stronger. They were not impressed, and all fully dressed, and I wished that the beer was longer. I'm your Christmas time odd job man, one of a happy band. If you need some help this Christmas, call for I'm your man. I once went out to Oslo to fell a Christmas tree there. Now it's grand to see it stand in Trafalgar Square with me there, perched on top in a fairy frock in all the winter weather. As carols sound for miles around, me wings got froze together. Here I stand with me wand in me hand and me crystal balls are glistening. The fountain's flow makes me want to go, but I think Lord Nelson's listening, Come next year I'll volunteer for distant parts like China, and I'll persevere in a new career as a fairly dressed designer. I'm your Christmas time odd job man, one of a happy band. If you need some help this Christmas, call for I'm your man. The nicest job I do each year is one I don't get paid for. Give £10 notes to pensioners and kids the gifts they prayed for. Friendly places, smiling faces, nobody feeling rotten. Then your Christmas time odd job men are gone but not forgotten. I'm a Christmas time odd job man, one of a happy band. If you need some help this Christmas, call for I'm your man. Call for I'm your man. Call for I'm your man.
Hughie Jones's Christmas Time Odd Job Man. Now it's time to catch up with Cliff. Listen in to a phone call I made a couple of nights ago, out to Australia, where Cliff is living with his new wife, Dorothy. Hello, Cliff.
Hello, Jan.
How are you?
Oh, fine. How are you? How is all my fans and friends over there?
Absolutely wonderful, and missing you terribly. Come on, Cliff, what are you doing these days?
As I say, I'm living in Australia now. I hope they don't think that I try to get away from them. Well, these days I'm not doing much, just enjoying life. Getting my suntan renewed, because we got a sun here, and enjoying life. Wife is fine, and we settled down here, and just overlooking the sea. I haven't been playing since I stopped, because I've been having trouble with my hands, because I've got arthritis in the shoulder, you see, and it sends the pain down into my fingers. But it's getting much better now, so I might start again. There is a folk club here which I attend quite a lot. We had a festival a fortnight ago, which I took part in.
Lying in a manger, ox and ass beside, man above the manger, watching with his bride. A little boy lay under straw, sleeping in the hay, and angels sang a song for him, born on Christmas Day. Angels sang a song for him, born on Christmas Day. In the fall of winter, out beside the stream, lying in a wigwam in a silver beam, the tribes around brought rabbit skin and colored beads to play, and angels sang a song for him, born on Christmas Day. Angels sang a song for him, born on Christmas Day. In the summer sunlight, down below the hills, with the palms above him, the sea wind sleeping still, a little boy lay on the sand, the seabirds watched him play, and angels sang a song for him, born on Christmas Day. Angels sang a song for him, born on Christmas Day. In a foggy city, in a smoky street, mist around the houses, water in your feet. A boy is born in number 4, I heard the milkman say, and angels sang a song for him, born on Christmas
Jeff with Child for the World. Of course, children are always special at Christmas, and the Spinners always made a point of including them in their concerts. Kris Kringle with traditional Yorkshire carol, the children's parodies, always known as the kids' carols, and of course, Let's Put in a Clause for Santa Claus.
Who comes this way, so blithe and gay, upon a merry Christmas day? So merrily, so cheerily, with his peaked hat and reindeer sleigh. With pretty toys for girls and boys, as pretty as you ever did see. Oh, this is Santa Claus's man, Kris Kringle with his Christmas tree. Oh, ho, yo, ho, 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 yo, ho, ho, ho. And jingle, 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 right merry shall you be. Jingle, jingle comes this way, he comes with a Christmas tree. And welcome, 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 Kris, right welcome shall you be. Oh, here he is, yes, yes, he is. 'Tis Kris with the Christmas tree, the Christmas tree, the Christmas tree, the Christmas tree. Sleigh bells ring with a merry ching, as all the roofs the reindeers swing. Gee up, gee-oh, how swift they go, over the ice and drifts of snow. For he must call on one and all his master's pretty pets you'll see. Oh, welcome Santa Claus's man, Kris Kringle with his Christmas tree. Oh, ho, yo, ho, 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 yo, ho, ho, ho. And jingle, 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 right merry shall you be. Jingle, jingle comes this way, he comes with a Christmas tree. And welcome, 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 Kris, right welcome shall you be. Oh, here he is, yes, yes, he is. 'Tis Kris with the Christmas tree, the Christmas tree, the Christmas tree, the Christmas tree. With cakes and plums, trumpet and drums, and lots of pretty things he comes. So now be quick, your places take, and all a merry circle make. For now he's here, he'll soon appear, and his jolly face you'll see. For this is Santa Claus's man, Kris Kringle with his Christmas tree. Oh, ho, yo, ho, 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 yo, ho, ho, ho. And jingle, 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 right merry shall you be. Jingle, jingle comes this way, he comes with a Christmas tree. And welcome, 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 Kris, right welcome shall you be. Oh, here he is, yes, yes, he is. 'Tis Kris with the Christmas tree, the Christmas tree, the Christmas tree, the Christmas tree.
I'm sure that all of you over the years must at some time or other have sung the parodies of the well-known carols that the kids sing in the streets and the playgrounds when teachers and adults aren't listening. These are the sort of, I don't know, send-up versions, and we've heard them since we were kids, and we've still found that people are making them up today, and we put 3 of them together. So here's our kids' carols.
We 4 lads from Liverpool are John in a taxi, Paul in a car, George on a scooter, blowing his hooter, following Ringo Starr. While shepherds wash their socks by night, all watching ITV, the angel of the Lord came down and switch to BBC. Hark the Daily Herald sings, Beecham's pills are just the thing. They are gentle, they are mild, 2 for a man and 1 for a child. If you want to go to heaven, you must take a dose of 7. If you want to go to hell, take the Roddy box as well.
Early on a Christmas Eve, as we all know, as we all know, for the Christmas battles through the ice and snow, the ice and snow. With his reindeer and his sledge perched upon some rooftop's edge, with his sack straight down the chimney he would go. Oh, he would go. So build it
Simply, Mr. Wimpy, or McAlpine if it's one of yours. Show some consideration for the older generation. Please put in a clause for Santa Claus.
There's no chimneys in the multi-story blocks. Children hang up plastic sacks instead of socks.
Shame, shame.
When the vandals break the lifts, Santa holds the Christmas gifts up a million stairs designed like alpine rocks.
So build it simply, Mr. Wimpy, or McAlpine if it's one of yours. Show some consideration for the older generation. Please put in a clause for Santa Claus.
His old sledge is parked upon the street this year. Traffic warden slapping tickets on his deer. With BMX and teddy bears, he struggles gamely up the stairs, wishing fervently that Easter time was here.
So build it simply, Mr. Wimpy, or McAlpine if it's one of yours. Show some consideration for the older generation. Please put in a clause for Santa Claus.
One year I got dressed up as Santa Claus, went climbing over rooftops on all fours. When a chimney sweep called Lou pushed his brush right up the flue. Till then I had a face as white as yours.
So build it simply, Mr. Wimpy, or McAlpine if it's one of yours. Show some consideration for the older generation. Please put in a clause for Santa Claus. For Santa Claus. Oh, the holly and the ivy, now they are both full grown. Of all the trees that are in the wood, the holly tree bears the crown. The rising of the sun, the running of the deer, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing all in the choir. The holly tree bears a blossom as white as any flower, as Mary bore sweet Jesus Christ to be our sweet Saviour. The rising of the sun, the running of the deer, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing all in the choir. The holly tree bears a berry, as red as any blood, as Mary bore sweet Jesus Christ to do us poor sinners good. The rising of the sun, the running of the deer, the playing of the...
This is the point at which we were hoping to hear from Tony Davis. But unfortunately, poor old Tony hasn't been very well recently, and in fact he ended up in hospital, and that's where he is, just as we are talking now. But the good news is he is well on the road to recovery, and hopefully will be up, back and about in the new year. Back in the summer we spent an afternoon with Tony and Beryl, and he was saying then about all the jazz he's been playing. He had his own radio show on FM Jazz. He enjoyed himself. He spent time with his wife, his family, and believe pottering about on a boat on Lake Windermere, because Tony's always been very fond of sailing up there. However, what Beryl was saying to me was that Tony has just been thrown out of intensive care for singing and put into a ward. He was hoping to be thrown out of the ward for singing. But really and truly, I don't see why they would throw him out, because if you listen to Tony now with Mrs. Hooligan's Christmas Cake...
Mrs.
Today, Tony.
There was plums and prunes and cherries. There was raisins and currants and cinnamon too. There was nuts and cloves and berries, but the crust it was nailed on with glue. There was caraway seeds in abundance. It would give yous a fine stomach ache. 'Twould kill any man twice to be eating a slice of Mrs. Hooligan's Christmas cake. As I sat in my window last evening, a letterman came on to me. He'd a nice little neat invitation, saying, won't you come over to tea? Now I knew it was Hooligan sent it, so I went for old friendship's sake. But the first thing they gave me to tackle was a slice of Mrs. Hooligan's cake. Well, it had plums and prunes and raisins and currants. There was raisins and currants and cinnamon too. There was nuts and cloves and berries, but the crust it was nailed on with glue. There was caraway seeds in abundance. It would give yous a fine stomach ache. 'Twould kill any man twice to be eating a slice of Mrs. Hooligan's Christmas cake. Now Bridie Mulligan, she wanted to taste it. But sure it was all of no use. Though she worked at it over 1 hour, still she could not get any of it loose. Till Hooligan went for a hatchet, and Kelly come in with a saw. That cake was enough for the powers to paralyze any man's jaw. But it had plums and prunes and raisins and currants. There was raisins and currants and cinnamon too. There was nuts and cloves and berries, but the crust it was nailed on with glue. There was caraway seeds in abundance. It would give you caraway, not caraway. 'Twould kill any man twice to be eating a slice of Mrs. Hooligan's Christmas cake. Now Mrs. Hooligan, as proud as a peacock, she was smiling and blinking away.
That's what a peacock is.
Till she tripped over Flanagan's brogans, and she spilled the whole brewings of tea. Mrs. Hooley, she cried,
You're not eating. Won't you try a bit more for me sake?
ah, no thanks, Mrs. Hooligan, says I, but I'd like the receipt for that cake last time now. It had plums and prunes and raisins and currants. There was raisins and currants and cinnamon too. There was nuts and cloves and berries, but the crust it was nailed on with glue. There was caraway seeds in abundance. It would give yous a fine stomach ache. 'Twould kill any man twice to be eating a slice of Mrs. Hooligan's Christmas cake. C'était la fête de Noël, c'était la fête de Noël. 3,
3-4 heures après le souper, 3-4 heures après le souper, du fin fond d'un Béjari, s'en va la Vierge Marie, par un ton bien morfondu, mettre au monde l'enfant Jésus. Les bergers vinrent pas d'usine, les bergers vinrent pas d'usine, lui apportait leurs aubaines, lui apportait leurs aubaines, l'un lui apporta à boire, l'autre lui apporta des pois, ou bien un bol de laitage, ou bien 5 ou 6 fromages. Saint-Joseph à deux genoux, Saint-Joseph à deux genoux, n'en veut pas croire ses deux yeux, n'en veut pas croire ses deux yeux. Il regardait le fin enfant, le vrai fils du Dieu vivant, cachant sa divinité, pas-dessus son humanité. 'Twas the eve of Christmas Day, 'twas the eve of Christmas Day, after midnight, so they say, after midnight, so they say, in a stable dark and dreary, lay the Blessed Virgin Mary. On that bitter winter's morn, Jesus Christ our Lord was born. C'était la veille de Noé, c'était la veille de Noé, 3-4 heures après le souper, 3-4 heures après le souper, du fin fond d'un Béjari, s'en va la Vierge Marie, par un ton bien morfondu, mettre au monde l'enfant Jésus.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I remember about Christmas specials, which some of them probably can't be repeated. But one I do remember, because EMI also wanted some pictures for a Christmas album of snow and stuff. Unfortunately, we were up in Scotland, and we went to Abbeymoor, and someone suggested it might look good if we were all on skis. And so we all got on skis. Well, no, we all tried to get on skis, because that was the first obstacle, you see, that getting on the skis was probably more difficult than trying to ski, because we kept falling all over the place. Fortunately, nothing got broke, and eventually they managed to get a shot of 4 of us sliding down what looked like a mountain when they'd taken the picture, but in fact was such a gentle slope that if you had blown the other way, you'd have probably gone backwards. It was that kind of slope. But we had a good time, and eventually, I think it made its way onto the television as one of these funny films we used to do with Barry Bevins, our producer.
Thanks for that one, Mick. It was a nice little story. And now, back with the concert. The wind is blowing.
The wind is blowing, the wind is blowing, the wind is blowing in Bethlehem. A star is shining, a star is shining, a star is shining in Bethlehem. A babe is born this Christmas night. Hear the angels singing. The sky is filled with a wondrous light. Loud the bells are ringing. Baby's born to be a king. Hear the angels singing. Peace on earth he wants to bring. Loud the bells are ringing. The wind is blowing. The wind is blowing. The wind is blowing in Bethlehem. A star is shining. A star is shining. A star is shining. A star is shining. A star is shining in Bethlehem.
3 wise men called to see the king.
Hear the angels singing.
Gifts of myrrh and gold they bring.
Loud the bells are ringing.
The baby cries out in the night.
Hear the angels singing.
Mother tries to hold him tight.
Loud the bells are ringing. The wind is blowing. The wind is blowing. The wind is blowing. The wind is blowing. The wind is blowing in Bethlehem. A star is shining. A star is shining. A star is shining. A star is shining. A star is shining in Bethlehem. A baby's born this Christmas night. Hear the angels singing.
The sky is filled with a wondrous light.
Loud the bells are ringing, the baby's born to be a king. Hear the angels singing,
Peace on earth he wants to bring.
loud the bells are ringing. The wind is blow, the wind is blow, the wind is blow, the wind is blow, the wind is blowing. In Bethlehem a star is shining, a star is shining, a star is shining, a star is shining, a star is shining in Bethlehem.
The Spinners had an uncanny knack. They could go from a really traditional old carol to bring something right up to the modern day. Listen now, the Wren Boys song, a very old carol. When a spaceman came travelling, a very new song.
The wren, the king of all birds, St. Stephen's Day was caught in a furs. We got him there, as you may see, and pasted him up on the holy tree. Hurrah, me boys, hurrah! Hurrah, me boys, hurrah! Knock at the knocker and ring at the bell. Give us a copper for singing so well. Singing so well, singing so well. Give us a copper for singing so well. On Christmas Day I turn a split to burn me finger. I feel it yet between me finger and me thumb. There lies a blister as big as a plum. Hurrah, me boys, hurrah! Hurrah, me boys, hurrah! Knock at the knocker and ring at the bell. Give us a copper for singing so well. Singing so well, singing so well. Give us a copper for singing so well.
I have the little box under me arm. 2 or 3 pence would do it no harm. Up with the kettle and down with the pot. Give us your answer and let us be off.
Hurrah, me boys, hurrah! Hurrah, me boys, hurrah! Knock at the knocker and ring at the bell. Give us a copper for singing so well. Singing so well, singing so well. Give us a copper for singing so well.
God bless the mistress of this house, a golden chain around her neck. If she's sick or if she's sore, the Lord have mercy on her soul.
Hurrah, me boys, hurrah! Hurrah, me boys, hurrah! Knock at the knocker and ring at the bell. Give us a copper for singing so well. Singing so well, singing so well. Give us a copper for singing so well. Mrs. Riley, a worthy one, and to her house we bring the wren. Though his little, his family's great.
Come on, Mrs. Riley, and give us a tray.
Hurrah, me boys, hurrah! Hurrah, me boys, hurrah! Knock at the knocker and ring at the bell. Give us a copper for singing so well. Singing so well, singing so well. Give us a copper for singing so well.
Aye.
Give us a copper for singing so well.
A spaceman came travelling on a ship from afar. 'Twas light years of time since his mission did start, and over a village he halted his craft, and it hung in the sky like a star, just like a star. He followed a light and came down to a shed where a mother and child lay on a bed. A bright light of silver shone round his head, and he had the face of an angel, and they were afraid. Then the stranger spoke, he said, "Do not fear, I come from a planet a long way from here, and I bring a message for mankind to hear." Suddenly the sweetest music filled the air. It went la 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 la. It went la 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 la. Peace and goodwill to all men, and love for the child. This lovely music went trembling through the ground, and many were awakened on hearing that sound. And travellers on the road, the village they found, by the light of that ship in the sky, which shone around. And just before dawn, at the paling of the sky, the stranger returned, said, now I must fly, when 2,000 years of your time has gone by. This song will begin once again, to a baby's cry. It went la 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 la. It went la 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 la. Peace and goodwill to all men, and love for the child.
Let's see if I can... Oh, that's right. Talking about fantastic things that happen during Christmas programs. It's like one of my favorite Christmas item is when we're doing the Christmas song of 12 Days of Christmas, and I'm sitting on stage playing the guitar behind Hughie, and he's got this tutu on. And, you know, the audience in the front can see the funny part of it, but they don't see the other side of it behind him. When he bends down, that's the most funniest part, looking from behind. He's fantastic. Honest to God, I just fall about it. One day I decided to up it a bit by getting a small rugby ball, and I hid it behind my harmonica case so he didn't see it. So when it came to the 12 days of Christmas, near the end, I dropped this egg. Well, you should have heard the audience and myself. And he just looked in surprise. What the heck was that?
Well, we're coming to the end of the Spinners concert, and as usual, we have the 12 Days of Christmas, which always finish the big concerts at Christmas, and great fun we had with it. And I'm Chris, Hughie's wife. I'd just like to tell you a little story about one Christmas about 10 years ago when we moved into Liverpool. We were having a carpet fitters Christmas week to put a new carpet down. And there hanging up was this fairy frock, which many of you will remember that Hughie used to wear to do the 12 Days of Christmas. And the carpet fitter said, "What's that?" And I said, "Oh, that's my husband's fairy frock." And he gave me such an odd look that I had to explain that he didn't know it was a spinner's house, and I had to explain to him exactly what it was. So to finish our Christmas concert, the Spinners do the 12 Days of Christmas.
Thank you very much. About mid-November, Hughie starts eating. Normally Hughie doesn't eat very much, that's why he's tiny. But he starts eating about mid-November, and he stuffs and stuffs up to the 1st of December, because then he leaps into this tremendous active lep-around bit where he does his Rudy Neurotic routine. Because we sing a song which everybody knows and no one can ever remember right through. So Hughie devised this balletic mime, which he does so brilliantly. We know you will all be able to follow the song, probably for the first time in your lives.
Yes.
In
Just
full.
by the guider to the line. That's a partridge in a pear tree, right? Go from there.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love sent to me a partridge in a pear tree.
2 turtle doves.
On the second day of Christmas,
That's
my
that
true
one.
love sent to me 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree.
3 French hens.
On the third day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
4 collie birds
On the 4th day of Christmas,
What's a collie bird?
Sent to me 4 collie birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. 5 gold rings on the 5th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me. 5 gold rings, 4 collie birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
6 geese are laying
On the 6th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 6 geese a laying, 5 gold rings, 4 collie birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
7 swans are swimming
On the 7th day of Christmas,
Breaststroke.
my true love sent to me 7 swans are swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 gold rings, 4 collie birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear
8
tree.
maids are milking
On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 8 maids are milking, 7 swans are swimming, 6 geese are laying, 5 gold rings,
Collie bird.
4 collie birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
9 ladies dancing
On the 9th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids are milking, 7 swans are swimming, 6 geese are laying, 5 gold rings, 4 collie birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
10 lords are leaping
On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 10 lords are leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids are milking, 7 swans are swimming, 6 geese are laying, 5 gold rings, 4 collie birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear.
11 pipers piping
On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 11 pipers piping, 10 lords are leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids are milking, 7 swans are swimming, 6 geese are laying, 5 gold rings, 4 collie birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear.
Well, drummers drumming
12th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 lords are leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids are milking, 7 swans are swimming, 6 geese are laying, 5 gold rings, 4 collie birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a piping, 10 lords are leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids are milking, 7 swans are swimming, 6 geese are laying, 5 gold rings, 4 collie birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Well, who can ever forget the sight of Hughie Jones in a pink fairy tutu? Honestly, it just makes me laugh every time I think about it. Before we rejoin the audience at the Colston Hall in Bristol in 1972, my goodness, that's 31 years ago. It just remains for me to say all the best to you for the coming year. From me, Jan Lardner, my husband Ken Lardner, from everyone here at BBC Radio Lancashire, but perhaps most appropriately on this night, from the lads themselves.
We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Happy Christmas to everybody, and don't forget, if you ever get down the West Country, look out for us, because there's I'm going back on the road.
We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Can I wish all our fans and friends in England a very happy Christmas, and may the new year brings them happiness and wealth.
We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
My Christmas wish to everybody, have a happy and a healthy Christmas.
Shalom Havarim, Shalom Havarim, Shalom, Shalom, Leitraut, Leitraut, Shalom, Shalom.
People have asked us since last year and the year before, why do we finish a Christmas concert with a Hebrew song? It sort of seems to get away. They don't quite realise, evidently, that the man himself was a Hebrew. And that isn't the only reason. The main reason, I think, is the words, because they say, Shalom Chaverim, peace brothers, Leitraot, until we meet again. See you next year.
Shalom Havarim, Shalom Havarim, Shalom, Shalom, Leitraot, Leitraot, Shalom.
We divide you down the middle, on this side centred Mick and I, Shalom Havarim.
Shalom Havarim, Shalom Havarim, Shalom, Shalom, Leitraot, Leitraot, Shalom, Shalom, Leitraot, Leitraot, Shalom, Shalom, Leitraot, Leitraot, Shalom, Shalom, Leitraot, Leitraot, Shalom, Evenu Shalom Alechem, Evenu Shalom Alechem,
Shalom Aleichem.
Evenu Shalom Alechem, Evenu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Alechem, Evenu Shalom Alechem, Evenu Shalom Alechem, Evenu Shalom Alechem, Evenu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Alechem, Evenu Shalom Alechem, Evenu Shalom Alechem, Evenu Shalom Alechem, Evenu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Alechem, Evenu Shalom Alechem, Evenu Shalom Alechem, Evenu Shalom Alechem, Evenu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Alechem. Hey! We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We all like figgy pudding, we all like figgy pudding, we all like figgy pudding, so bring us some here. We won't go until we get some, we won't go until we get some, we won't go until we get some, so bring us some here. We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy